For no reason at all, she got up and went to the kitchen. We heard the water running and the rustling of metal, and everyone fell silent. Is she washing dishes? My dad asked. I rolled my eyes and got up. The entire party now my audience following me. Sure enough, there she was banging pots and pans loudly in the sink as she scrubbed them down. That's when I noticed she was washing pots I hadn't used. Every cabinet was open and all of my dishes were stacked up on the counter. The sink running hot water on full blast as she hand scrubbed every single dish one by one. What are you doing? I asked, switching off the water. I'm helping, she said through a forced smile, the rage flickering behind her eyes. Helping? These dishes aren't dirty, I said. The germs in this house are unacceptable. She snapped. Mom, that's enough. My husband finally said. We didn't ask for your help, he added firmly. The wilted look of defeat on her face as everyone stared at her was priceless. But like a cornered rat, she wasn't going down without a fight. Sweetheart, a mother doesn't need to be asked. She just knows. I told you no, not to help, I said. But you never listened to me. It's always about what you want, not what's good for anybody else. Then, in the middle of my rant, my mother-in-law's legs suddenly buckled as she collapsed dramatically on the floor, spilling dishwater everywhere. A few people ran to her aid and my dad offered to call 911. It's the stress, I can't. My head, she whimpered as my husband helped her up. I don't think I can drive home. I need to stay a little longer. Shaking my head, I said, you're right, you can't drive home on your own. Immediately I get on the phone and dial 911. Oh, you don't have to do that, she insisted. I just need some rest. No, my house is full of germs. I wouldn't want to infect you with your delicate condition. I head for the bedroom, and she suddenly stands up to follow me. But my insurance doesn't cover ambulance. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Right now, this is an emergency, I said. But I refuse to go, she stuttered. I hang up and shrug. Too late, the ambulance is on their way. No, I can't go to the hospital. I'll just take myself home. Maybe this was petty, but I snatched her keys and told her to sit down, tossing an ice bag her way. She started reasoning with everyone at the party, saying it was just a dizzy spell she gets from time to time. My dad nodded and said, sounds like you need to get that checked. My mom and BFF helped me put the dishes back as we waited, and when the ambulance arrived my mother-in-law started raising hell, refusing their services and insisting that she was all right. This is a hoax created by my selfish daughter-in-law who is trying to ruin my Christmas with my son, she screamed at the paramedics. That's when my husband stood up from the sofa and said, I have power of attorney over her. Mom, you're going. The look of betrayal on her face was a Christmas gift. She kept complaining all the way out that she couldn't afford an ambulance ride to the ER. My husband, who agreed to ride with her, stopped her just before entering the ambulance and laid down the law. He agreed to pay half her ambulance bill, but she would have to wait 6 months before she could even call again, and if she broke the agreement, he'd send her to a home. While I wish my husband didn't have to spend Christmas night at the ER, watching her leave was a highlight of the season.